Imagine a world where the air is as crisp as a fresh apple and the horizon is jagged with the peaks of giants. Welcome to the beginning of our journey through the heart of Europe, a place where nature and luxury live in perfect harmony. We are talking about Switzerland. For 2025, this iconic destination has transformed, blending its ancient alpine traditions with a fresh, modern energy. Whether you are looking for the quiet peace of a hidden valley or the high-speed thrill of world-class mountain resorts, Switzerland has never looked better. From the shimmering shores of over 1,500 lakes to the snowy tops of 48 mountains that reach over 4,000 meters into the sky, this country is a literal masterpiece of landscape. But it is not just about the views. It is about the feeling of standing where the grass is impossibly green, and the only sound you hear is the distant ring of a cowbell. In this series, we are going beyond the chocolate and the watches to discover the soul of the Swiss Alps. We will explore hidden villages, vibrant cities, and the most scenic train rides on the entire planet. Every corner of this land feels like a living postcard, and today we start our adventure into the very best this country has to offer. Our first stop is a city that perfectly defines the new Switzerland, a place where the cutting edge of finance meets centuries of history on the water. We are in Zurich, the largest and most vibrant city in the country. Often called the gateway to the Alps, Zurich is much more than just a business hub. As you walk through the winding cobblestone streets of the Old Town, or Altstadt, you feel the pulse of a city that has been thriving since the Roman times. On one side of the River Limmat, you will find the Grossmünster with its iconic twin towers that dominate the skyline. Just across the bridge sits the Fraumünster Church, famous for its breathtaking stained glass windows designed by the artist Marc Chagall. If you love the finer things in life, a stroll down Bahnhofstrasse is a must. It is one of the most exclusive shopping avenues in the world, stretching 1.4 kilometers from the main train station all the way to the lake. Speaking of the lake, Lake Zurich is the true heart of the city's summer soul. Whether you are taking a sunset boat cruise or simply joining the locals for a swim in the crystal clear water, the views of the distant snow-capped mountains are absolutely staggering. Moving on to a place that feels like it was pulled straight from the pages of a fairy tale, we find ourselves in Lucerne. This city is the gateway to central Switzerland, nestled perfectly on the shores of Lake Lucerne and surrounded by an incredible mountain panorama. The most famous landmark here is undoubtedly the Kapellbrücke, or Chapel Bridge. This covered wooden footbridge dates back to the 14th century, and it is the oldest of its kind in Europe. As you walk across, look up to see the 17th century paintings under the roof that tell the story of the city's history. Standing guard next to it is the Water Tower, an 8-sided stone structure that once served as a prison and a treasury. Just a short walk away, you will encounter the Lion Monument. Carved into a solid sandstone rock face, this dying lion was created to honor the Swiss guards who fell during the French Revolution. It is a deeply moving sight, described by many as one of the most mournful and powerful pieces of stone in the world. For those who want to see the city from above, the Museg Wall is a must. These historic fortifications, with their 9 massive towers, offer some of the best views of the city rooftops and the blue water below. To reach the true heights of the Lucerne region, we must ascend the legendary Mount Pilatus. This jagged mountain massif, standing at 2,128 meters, is wrapped in ancient myths and modern thrills. Local legends say that healing dragons once lived in the craggy caves of these peaks, which is why you will see the dragon symbol everywhere you go. The journey to the top is an adventure in itself, and it includes a world record. You will board the world's steepest cogwheel railway, which climbs up the mountainside at an incredible 48% gradient. As the red train slowly pulls you through alpine meadows and past massive rock walls, the view of Lake Lucerne below becomes more and more spectacular. If you prefer to float through the air, you can take the aerial cableway known as the Dragon Ride. With its floor-to-ceiling windows, it feels like you are flying as you glide toward the summit station, called Pilatus. Once you arrive at the top, the world opens up before you. On a clear day, you can see 73 alpine peaks and countless blue lakes stretching across the horizon. Next, we discover a place of almost impossible beauty, Lake Brienz. This lake is famous all over the world for its intense, glowing turquoise color. It looks so bright that you might think it is painted, but the color is completely natural. Created by tiny glacial particles that flow down from the mountains and reflect the sunlight. The best way to feel the magic of this water is to hop on a passenger boat from Interlaken or the village of Brienz. As you glide across the surface, you will see the steep emerald green mountains reflecting in the still water.
If you are looking for a bit more excitement, you can take a high-speed jet boat ride, which includes thrilling 360-degree spins right in the middle of the lake. One of the most iconic stops along the shore is the tiny village of Eiselwald. This charming spot became a global sensation recently, and it is easy to see why. With its wooden chalets and the small castle sitting on a peninsula, it feels like a dream. Now we prepare to ascend to a place that feels like the very roof of the world. Welcome to the Jungfraujoch. Famously known as the top of Europe. This is not just a mountain peak. It is a record-breaking destination sitting at an altitude of 3,454 meters above sea level. Getting here is an engineering marvel in itself. You can take the state-of-the-art Glacier Express cable car from Grindelwald, which whisks you up toward the Eiger Glacier Station in just 15 minutes. From there, you board the historic Jungfrau Railway, a cogwheel train that has been tunneling through the solid rock of the Eiger and Mücken Mountains for over 100 years. Once you step off the train, you are officially at the highest railway station in all of Europe. The first thing you should do is take the high-speed elevator up to the Sphinx Observatory. From the International Research Station and its outdoor terrace, you are treated to a staggering view of the Aletsch Glacier, the longest ice stream in the Alps, stretching out for 23 kilometers. On a clear day, you can see all the way to the Black Forest in Germany and the Vosges Mountains in France. Our journey now takes us deep into a place that many call the most beautiful valley in the entire world. This is the Lauterbrunnen Valley, a deep, U-shaped glacial gorge carved between towering limestone cliffs. It is often referred to as the Valley of 72 Waterfalls, and as you look around, you will see silver ribbons of water plunging from every side into the lush green meadows below. The star of the valley is the Staubach Falls, which drops nearly 300 meters from a hanging cliff. In the summer, warm winds catch the water and turn it into a fine mist that drifts over the village like a veil. It is so stunning that it even inspired famous poets and writers throughout history.
You can walk up a specialized path and stand in a gallery behind the falls to feel the power of the water as it roars past you. Deep inside the mountain nearby, you will find the Trummelbach Falls. These are 10 glacial waterfalls hidden within the rock, carrying up to 20,000 liters of water per second from the Eiger, Munk, and Jungfrau glaciers. It is the only place in the world where you can take a tunnel lift inside a mountain to see waterfalls that have carved corkscrew shapes into the stone over thousands of years.
Our next destination is perhaps the most famous mountain village in the world, Zermatt. Sitting at the foot of the iconic Matterhorn, this town is a true alpine dream. One of the most unique things about Zermatt is that it is completely car-free. To get here, you leave your vehicle in the nearby village of Tasch and take a short 12-minute shuttle train that brings you right into the heart of the resort. Because there are no gas-powered cars, the air is incredibly fresh, and the only sounds you hear are the humming of small electric taxis and the occasional clip-clop of horse-drawn carriages. As you walk down the main street, known as the Bahnhofstrasse, you are surrounded by luxury boutiques, cozy bakeries, and traditional wooden chalets that have stood for hundreds of years. To see the Matterhorn in all its glory, you must take a ride on the Gornergrat Railway. This is the highest open-air cogwheel railway in Europe, and it has been carrying passengers up the mountain since 1898. As the train climbs to over 3,000 meters, the views of the surrounding glaciers and 29 peaks over 4,000 meters high are simply mind-blowing. Once you reach the top, you will find the best panoramic view of the Matterhorn, which is famously known as the mountain that inspired the shape of Toblerone chocolate.
Our next stop is a city that feels like a living museum, yet it serves as the busy capital of the nation. Welcome to the old town of Bern. This entire district is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it is easy to see why. The city is built on a narrow hill peninsula, tightly embraced by the turquoise waters of the Aar River. As you walk through the streets, you will notice the beautiful sandstone buildings and the famous covered shopping promenades known as arcades. Stretching for 6 kilometers, these are some of the longest covered shopping walks in all of Europe, allowing you to explore the boutiques and cafes even on a rainy day. The absolute heart of the old town is the Zittglocke, the iconic medieval clock tower.
Built in the early 13th century, it has served as a guard tower, a prison, and a master timekeeper. Every hour, just 4 minutes before the strike, a crowd gathers to watch the mechanical puppet show. A rooster crows, a parade of bears circles around, and a golden figure strikes the bell. It is a piece of history that has been working perfectly for hundreds of years. Not far away, you will find the Bern Minster. This is the tallest cathedral in Switzerland, with a spire that reaches 100 meters into the sky. Our journey now brings us to the cultural heart of the country, the vibrant city of Basel. Located right where the borders of Switzerland, France, and Germany meet, this city is a unique blend of international flair and deep-rooted Swiss tradition. The best way to start your visit is in the Old Town, which is widely considered one of the most beautiful and well-preserved in all of Europe. As you wander through the narrow, winding streets, you will come across the Marktplatz, the city's central square. Here stands the stunning Rathaus, or town hall. This bright red sandstone building, decorated with colorful frescoes and golden ornaments, has been the center of local government for over 500 years.
Just a short walk away, perched high on a hill overlooking the Rhine River, is the Basler Münster. This iconic cathedral, with its twin towers and colorful roof tiles, is a masterpiece of Romanesque and Gothic architecture. For the best view in the city, head to the terrace behind the cathedral, known as the Pfalz. From here, you can look down at the river and across to the Black Forest in Germany. Basel is known as the City of Art, and it lives up to that reputation with nearly 40 museums.
The Kunstmünster Basel is the oldest public art collection in the world, housing works from the 15th century all the way to modern-day masters like Picasso.
For something more playful, visit the Tingeli Fountain near the theater. Our final stop takes us to the westernmost tip of the country, to a city that is truly the center of the world. Welcome to Geneva. Known as the capital of peace, this global city sits on the shores of Lake Geneva, the largest lake in Central Europe, right at the border with France. As you look out toward the water, your eyes will immediately be drawn to the Jet d'eau, the city's most famous landmark. This massive water fountain shoots 500 liters of water per second into the air, reaching a height of 140 meters. It is a powerful symbol of Geneva's energy, and the rainbow it creates in the sunlight is a sight you will never forget. A short walk from the lake takes you into the charming Old Town, or Vevey. This is a maze of cobblestone streets and hidden squares, sitting on a hill. At the highest point, you will find St. Pierre Cathedral. This historic church has stood for over 850 years, and the view from its towers offers a spectacular look at the lake and the distant peaks of the Alps. Geneva is also the heart of international diplomacy. It is home to the United Nations European headquarters, located at the Palais des Nations. Just across the street, you will see the Broken Chair, a giant wooden sculpture that stands as a powerful reminder of the work being done here to protect human rights. Our journey continues to the stunning city of Lausanne, a place that perfectly blends the energy of a major international hub with the charm of a lakeside resort. Built on 3 hills and overlooking the sparkling waters of Lake Geneva, Lausanne is known as the Olympic capital of the world. Start your exploration in the heart of the Old Town, or the Cité district. Here you will find the Lausanne Cathedral, a masterpiece of Gothic architecture that has stood for over 800 years. It is famous for its massive pipe organ, which was designed by a world-renowned Italian car designer, and its beautiful 13th century rose window. If you visit late at night, you might hear the voice of the night watchman, who has been calling out the hours from the bell tower every single night since the year 1405. To see the city's historic connection to the water, take a walk down the Escalier du Marché. This steep, covered wooden staircase was built in the 1300s and leads you from the cathedral down to the bustling Place de la Palude. In this square, you can admire the Fountain of Justice and watch the mechanical clock perform its animated show every hour, telling stories of local history. As the headquarters of the International Olympic Committee for over 100 years, Lausanne is home to the spectacular Olympic Museum. Located in the beautiful Ouchy district, this museum is an immersive experience through the history of the Games. Just a short journey along the coast from Lausanne, we arrive in the elegant town of Vevey. Often called the pearls of the Swiss Riviera, this town sits in a breathtaking location where the mountains meet the deep blue of Lake Geneva. Vevey is perhaps most famous for being the home of the legendary Charlie Chaplin. the world-famous actor and filmmaker, spent the last 25 years of his life here, and today you can visit Chaplin's World. This is an incredible museum set in his former estate, where you can walk through the rooms of his mansion and explore a massive Hollywood-style studio that recreates his most famous movie sets. There is even a life-sized bronze statue of him standing on the lakeside promenade, which has become one of the most photographed spots in the city. Speaking of the lake, you cannot miss the most unusual landmark in Switzerland, the Fork of Vevey. This is a giant, 8-meter-tall stainless steel fork that is stuck directly into the lake, standing several meters away from the shore. It was originally installed to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Alimentarium, which is the world's first museum dedicated entirely to food and nutrition. The museum sits right across from the fork and offers a fascinating look at how what we eat shapes our culture and our bodies.
To see the most spectacular landscape in all of Western Switzerland, we must visit the Lavaux vineyard terraces. Stretching for about 30 kilometers along the northern shores of Lake Geneva, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is a masterpiece of human effort and natural beauty. These steep, sun-drenched slopes are home to over 10,000 individual stone terraces, some of which have been cared for by the same families since the 11th century.
The story of Lavaux is often told through what locals call the three suns. The first is the actual sun in the sky. The second is the heat that reflects off the mirror-like surface of Lake Geneva. And the third is the warmth stored in the ancient stone walls that release heat back into the vines long after the sun has set. This unique microclimate produces some of the finest grapes in the world, particularly the Chasselas variety, which is the signature white wine of the region. The best way to experience this landscape is by walking the paved trails that wind through the vines, connecting picturesque villages like St. Sapharin.
Rivaz and Cully. As you hike, you are surrounded by a sea of green leaves and the constant sparkling blue of the lake below. If you want a more relaxed pace, you can hop on the Lavaux Panoramic or the Lavaux Express, small tourist trains that climb the steep inclines and offer breathtaking views without the climb.
Our journey now takes us deep into the heart of the Schönfigg Valley, to the sun-drenched mountain resort of Arosa. Tucked away at the very end of the valley, at an altitude of 1,800 meters, this village is a hidden gem that feels completely secluded from the rest of the world. Because it is located at the end of the road, there is no through traffic, making it one of the most peaceful and quiet destinations in all of Switzerland. The journey to Arosa is an experience all on its own. If you arrive by the Arosa Railway from Chur, you will travel across the famous Langwieser Viaduct, a massive concrete bridge that spans across the valley floor.
As the train winds upward through tight curves and past deep gorges, the landscape opens up into a wide, snow-capped basin. One of the most special places to visit here is the Arosa Bear Sanctuary. This unique project provides a natural home for bears that have been rescued from poor living conditions across Europe.
You can walk along a raised wooden platform to observe these magnificent animals as they roam freely through the mountain pastures and forests. It is a heartwarming sight that shows the deep respect this region has for wildlife and nature. For those who love to be active, the Arosa Lenzerheide ski area is a true paradise.
A massive cable car connects Arosa to the neighboring resort of Lenzerheide.